Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Release and Recharge with Christine. So, today we're going to bring a little bit of movement into our practice today, remembering that this is a 5 to 10 minute practice, so super quick, but it allows us to release any tension that may have been um, that we may have woken up with. So maybe in our lower back or our hips. So we're going to start with something called half sun salutations. So it's just a little bit of movement to wake our bodies up. I'm going to show you at first along the side of our mat. But ideally, if you're using a mat, then you want to be at the top of your mat. If you're not using a mat at all, which you don't need to, then it's a moot point. So just be wherever you can see me. And you're going to start with your feet together, or as together as they can be. Anatomically, I can't bring my feet all the way together because I have these bones that stick out, which prevent me from bringing my feet any closer together than they are right now. So feet are as together as they can. Arms are by your sides. Your palms are forward. You have a slight tuck to your chin. And then imagining a string at the top of your head pulling you up towards the ceiling. So you have a slight tuck to your tailbone, length to your back, belly button is towards your spine. Welcome to mountain pose. We'll take one deep inhale through our nose here. And then exhaling it out our mouth, being vocal. And then on your next inhale, you're going to reach those hands up to the sky. Fingertips are up. Palms come together. You're going to bring your palms down through your heart. And as you are coming to your heart, you're going to hinge at your hips and come down to the ground, bringing your hands onto the ground or as close to the ground as you can. Head is heavy, coming into our forward fold. As you inhale, you're going to take your hands and draw them up to your mid shin. Torso is parallel to the mat. Gaze is directly down. Nice long back. On your next exhale, you're going to come back down. Forward fold. Really reaching that head down to the ground. And then with a strong core, you're going to reach those hands up to the sky, straightening your body. Palms together through your heart, and this time coming back into your mountain pose. Now we're going to go a little bit quicker. We're going to try and follow our breath, but remembering in yoga, we really want to utilize our breath. So we're not taking quick breaths here. So we may be flowing a little bit quicker, but it's still taking those deep breaths in and out. So let's inhale those hands up to the sky, reaching towards the ceiling, palms together, hinge at your hips, bringing those hands down to the ground, forward fold as we exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, hands are mid shin, torso is parallel to the mat. Exhaling back down into our forward fold. Strong core, reaching those hands up, unhinging our hips. Nice long body, palms together through our heart into our mountain pose. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, reaching those hands up to the sky, palms together. Dive down into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down. Strong core, rise up. Fingertips to the sky, belly button toward the spine. Palms together through our heart into our mountain pose. We'll do that 1 more time. Inhale, reaching those fingertips up to the sky. Palms together, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down. Strong core, rise up. Fingertips to the sky. Palms together through our heart into our mountain pose. And we're going to do that 1 more time because remember I promised you that I would face the side so that you can get another angle and really see how this movement really flows. So we'll do this 1 more time. We're going to start with palms forward in our mountain pose, slight tuck of the chin, nice long back, belly buttons towards the spine. Inhaling those hands up, Palms together, dive down, hinging at your hips, bringing those hands down to the ground or as close to the ground as possible. Head is heavy, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands are on the shins, torso is parallel to the mat. Exhale, back down. Strong core, rise up, fingertips to the sky. Palms together through your heart into your mountain pose. So now we're going to add on to this just a little bit so we can make our way down to the mat. So we're going to inhale our hands up, palms together, coming down into our forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling down, bringing our hands onto the ground, bending our knees and bringing the right leg back. Then bringing the left leg back, coming into a position called plank. So your shoulders are directly over your wrists. And then you're going to lift your hips up and towards the back of the mat, coming into something called downward dog. So ideally, our heels want to touch the mat. But because this is our first downward dog, they probably aren't unless you're super, super flexible. So see how high my heels are off of the mat? It's because I'm not warmed up yet. So to work your way into your legs and wake them up, you can pedal your feet. So right heel comes down as you bend your left knee, then left heel comes down as you bend your right knee. So working, alternating those legs, really shifting those hips up towards the sky and back towards the back of the mat. You can also, if this feels better, you can lift both of your heels at the same time and then drop them down as close to the mat as you can. Inhaling them up and down. So one thing to be conscious of in this pose is that a lot of times we want to put all of our weight in the heel of our palm. So the bottom of our palm right here. And that is going to aggravate your arm and cause possibly carpal tunnel syndrome. We don't want that. It doesn't feel good. So when you're in this pose, trying to distribute the weight among all areas of your hand. So into your fingers, the top of your palm. So just being conscious of that. Now we've been in this downward dog for a while. So we're going to come forward into our plank. Inhale. Exhale, hips up, coming into our downward dog. Inhaling forward. Exhaling our hips up, downward dog. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhaling into plank. Exhaling back into downward dog. 1 more time. Inhale into plank. Exhale, downward dog. And then now we're going to bring our knees down the width of our mat. Big toes are going to come together. We're going to sink our hips down towards our heels, reaching those hands forward, coming into what's called extended child's pose. Chest is drawing towards the ground. Forehead can come onto a blanket or some kind of prop. Or if your forehead can reach the mat, go ahead and bring the forehead onto the mat. And really surrendering into this pose. This is such a great pose to release your lower back. You can also slightly shift your hips from side to side. If this causes strain on your shoulders, what you can do is bend your elbows and draw those elbows in between your legs. Palms are up, and then bringing your forehead onto the ground. So getting into whatever pose is most comfortable for you. Remembering your breath. One more breath. And as you inhale, lifting yourself up. And then one really good pose that I kind of want to end with is standing on your knees. And then you're going to tuck your toes. And this could be as as much as you want to do, because we don't work a lot on our toes, and our toes do so much for us. It creates most of our balance, right? So we really want to stretch those toes. But if you're not used to stretching them, this may be as far as you want to go. You can also bring your hands onto the ground and shift your hips towards your heels, or you can sit on your heels with your knees together. So wherever you need to be, if this feels okay and you want to go even further, you're going to really draw your knees forward, and that will allow those toes to stretch even more. But if you're not used to doing this pose, I'm sure you're already feeling it. So another thing that you can do if you want to stay in this pose longer, but you're really not, like, it's really painful right now, what you can do is come up, untuck the toes, smack your feet, and then come back into it after you've rested for a minute. So this pose takes a lot of getting used to, but over time, you'll be able to do it a lot easier. But yeah, so coming up to a standing position, maybe you want to now flex those toes the opposite way, tucking your toes under, really pushing down. And that's it for today, folks. So hopefully you feel a little bit more energized and ready to start your day and crush it. So I hope to see you again soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video and want to see more, then please subscribe and then turn on the notifications, because then as soon as I upload another video, you will be alerted and you'll be able to do it whenever you need to. So other than that, have a great day and I hope to see you soon. Bye.